December 2021, something wild went down at the Four Seasons Hotel in Las Vegas. Chael Sonnen, yes, that Chael, got into a heated altercation and reportedly attacked several people, including a couple and even some hotel security staff. It was messy. He was slapped with multiple charges, but eventually he made a deal. He pled no contest to a smaller offense and paid a $750.00 fine. Fast forward to last night, Chael popped up on Instagram with a video. He finally apologized to the couple he hurt. A little late, but at least he owned up.
Dr. Chris and his wife, Julie Stelflew. Mr. and Mrs. Stelflew, a number of years ago in Las Vegas, were coming down a hallway and trying to get to their room, encountered a maniac. Me. And I apologized. I wanted to apologize for a number of years, but it just wasn't right. It's a whole situation, and it just takes time. But I got to tell you, it has been bothering me, and I would extend this apology to their children. Their children were not present, but I have children. I could reverse the role and think of myself as a child with my own parents. Your parents get drugged through the media and a legal case because they encounter a madman while doing what they should be doing in a hallway, which is walking to their room. I mean, I gotta tell you, you wrote an apology, and I sincerely give you one. I was by myself when I met them. I was on my trip with my wife, and because of that, there was something I had heard, or a combination of you guys had asked me. My wife had nothing to do with the story. They've all never seen, never even put eyes on one another. This is very specifically to the madman, from the madman in the hallway. Me. To Mr. and Mrs. Stelflew, I sincerely apologize. I would like to repeat, I also apologize to your family, your children specifically. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Now, let's switch gears to something way more entertaining and definitely spicier. Drakkar du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev were going at it earlier today, talking all kinds of trash before their UFC 319 showdown. Khamzat fired the first shot by posting a photo of Drakkar and his crew and then dropped donut emojis all over it with a laughing emoji. Drakkar wasn't having it. He clapped back with, "Oh, would get you there, but there's no inbred emoji. Ouch." Then a Khamzat fan tried to dig deeper. At least he knows who his father is, savage, right? And Drakkar hit back harder. Yes, his older brother, probably. It didn't stop there. Another fan tried to call Drakkar a slur, and Drakkar replied with a jaw-dropper. At least not my relatives, the disrespect was flying. Meanwhile, Jon Jones had to clear up some drama of his own. People were mad about a comment he made about Islam Makhachev. In a clip that went viral, Jon said Islam was still new to the sport. That triggered Islam's fan base big time.
You know what I'm saying? Title fight.
He's talking about with Islam. He's saying that he's a little new in the sports still.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do before.
But he has a big future. You got a big future.
Big future, but I think that same Habib, Garry everything, not long.
Yeah, not very long.
Yeah, just started the pressure just didn't make the fight, so it's done a lot. You know, you kept on keeping on, and I still are. Why? How's this even argument?
The longer you're on top, the more time your opponents get to study your footage. People fixate on fighting you instead of the next opponent,
and it's starting.
But yeah, it gets harder and harder the longer you get older.
And then they're yelling at you, and you're like, you know, you started from me. It's like, why are you even talking to me?
In an interview with Red Corner MMA, Jon explained what he actually meant. He said, "Look, I know people got upset, but really I was just trying to translate for Nate Diaz. Nate talks in a super laid-back, slang-heavy way, and if you're not from America, it's hard to catch what he's saying." And as for calling Islam up-and-coming, Jon doubled down. "If it's coming from me, I can say that," he said with confidence. Then, someone tried to clown Jon on Instagram, saying he ruined his legacy. But Jon wasn't letting that slide. He replied, Jon Jones, youngest champion in UFC history, most dominant, longest reigning, made millions, left on his own terms, flipped fight money into real business, became a great father, inspired people worldwide. Yeah, what a terrible legacy. Mick dropped. Now let's talk about Robert Whittaker. He shared his take on the fight between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. Since he's fought and lost to both, he knows their styles well. Rob thinks Khamzat will be able to control Dricus on the ground early in the fight, but he's not sure if Khamzat can keep up that intense pressure for 5 full rounds. Good point.
Chimaev, how do you stop his takedown? Okay, I don't think Dricus will stop Chimaev's takedown. It's like, oh, hey, trust me, it's kept me up at night. I've been just running it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a way, but it's tricky. Okay, because once he gets his hand on you, once you back up on that fence, he's going to stay there on you. Now, can he do that? Can he? Because I believe he will get Dricus down. He will control him for a round. But if you can't put him away, what does he look like coming out in round 2?
Yeah.
And then, let's say he does it again. What does he look like coming out in round 3? And then we've got that Usman fight again. Okay, and Dricus, like, he's got a gas tank.
Yeah.
He's got that dog in him. He can. If you don't put him away, he'll keep fighting. Like, he'll keep coming at you with his bombs and his punches and his kicks. He'll keep doing it, like, until the bell rings. And I think that's one of his superpowers.
Yeah.
I guess that's the biggest thing in play for this fight. It's just like what Chimaev does with the takedowns, because I believe there is no doubt in my mind that he gets them. What does he do?
And you know who else is stirring the pot? Iain Garry. He took a shot at Jack Della Maddalene again, this time by posting a funny video to his Instagram. In the video, he mocked Jack by calling him a toy and captioned it, JDM action figures on sale now. Yeah, he's going full petty.
Comic book shop here in England, and I am shocked. Never in my life have I seen the UFC move an action figure as fast as they have Jack Della Maddalene, mate. I am so proud of you. Look at that. World champ, and you've got your fucking action figure. Good on you, pal. Very proud of you. Good job.
And then there's Joakim Buckley throwing some serious heat at Sean Brady. He straight up called him stupid for supposedly ducking a fight with Kamaru Usman. Buckley and Usman are set to fight at UFC Atlanta, and Buckley made it crystal clear he thinks Brady made a dumb move. In an interview, Buckley said Usman claimed the win over Brady, but Brady backed out, thinking he didn't need to fight anymore since he was the one contender. Buckley didn't hold back. Brady's stupid. If that's true, he dumb. The name you collected ain't worth nothing. Leon Edwards ain't worth nothing. Usman's a future Hall of Famer. That name has weight. Brady messed up, but his mess up is my blessing. Then we saw something crazy online. Makhachev dropped his sparring partner with a brutal body shot. He posted the video and added, "Man said, you'll never drop me with a body shot. I do core work every day." Yeah, he didn't see that one coming.
Oj. Dankse, hermano. Все, упал.
Там уже душить будет. Нормально. Все, развернуться.
Arman Serukian also had something to say. He opened up about training with Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, and he couldn't stop praising him. Arman said DJ was incredible and that he hopes to train with him again soon. Respect.
Training with Mighty Mouse.
Was good.
Was that the first time ever training with him?
Yeah.
What do you think?
He's so smart.
Really?
Yeah, and I would like to train with him again.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it that you could tell from a fighter when you've trained already with TJ Dillashaw, Mighty Mouse, Luke Rockhold, these guys? I mean, you've trained with a lot of fighters since you've been here. How do you know if a fighter is good? Obviously, Mighty Mouse is one of the GOATs, but what is it about him that you're like, damn, he's good? Because you guys were just trained.
He has like completely different like a style, you know, because he's 125 fighter and he does that thing like we never gonna do that because he's so explosive and like he can go to the clinch and like grab you, but like 155 fighter, if you go to the clinch, one punch can like, or like you have heavyweight.
He kind of defies
go
gravity.
like this to the yeah, for sure he's going from the left side because it's safe side. But anyway, a little bit different like styles, but like he showed me a couple of things with I got like a couple of questions and I asked him and he said me, yeah, don't waste energy here, just let him go punch and then go again, because sometimes from the wrestling, if I grab one leg and like I want to take him down, if you lose on your mind, okay, you grab leg and you lose, but like he like go wrestling, if he feels he can you take it down, he goes to the punch again, change levels always. He doesn't stay on one position long time, you know. He always like he's well rounded, that's why he can like change wrestling with striking, knee.
Now let's talk about Israel Adesanya. He reflected on training with David Goggin, and let me tell you, not everyone was impressed. Some fans threw shade, saying Tony Ferguson also trained with Goggin before fighting Paddy Pimblett and lost. So naturally, people are wondering if it's a good idea.
What I came for. And the thing is, people are so stupid. Not just the way people like, Tony Ferguson, this and that, right. They start to like talk all this shit. Bro, shut the up. You know why? This was an experience, as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I wanted to train with Goggins because I wanted to see how he does it. Psycho. I wanted to see. I wanted to feel it. And I did. I felt it. I seen it. Last week, I watched the whole workout again, but I wasn't watching me. I was watching him, just seeing how he kept his pace. I was trying to see, is there any bits he broke or he was going to break, but he just kept on pushing. He's a yeah, bro. Like, acting.
Tom Haspel had something interesting to say about fighters gassing out. He brought up Michael Chandler's fight against Paddy Pimblett as an example. Tom says it's not always about being out of shape, sometimes it's about using your energy smartly. Fight IQ, Chandler just didn't manage it well.
See, fighters do get tired. A lot of it comes down to efficiency, like how efficient are you at doing the techniques that you use. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but if you see guys like Michael Chandler, he's recently fought against Paddy Pimblett and he looked tired in there. The reason he's tired isn't because he's unfit, because he's extremely fit, he's extremely well conditioned. The thing with somebody like a Michael Chandler or someone very explosive like that is that you have to choose when you go and when you don't go. Like, you can't sprint for 5 minutes, and if you do sprint for 5 minutes, obviously you're going to get tired. So if you do have that style where you blitz and you go and you try and finish and you're explosive, you have to choose when you're going to do that, when you're not going to do it. Otherwise, you are going to get tired. Yeah, it's simple as that. So a lot of it is in efficiency and fight IQ and experiences. Like, you know when to go and when not to go. Everybody who's in the UFC is unbelievably fit, but you can still get exhausted in there because you're using your energy at the wrong time.
Now this next part is wild. Silva recently offered to help Charles Oliveira train for his fight with Ilia Topuria, and he doubled down on that offer. On his YouTube channel, Silva said, "I did better than you." He broke it all down. According to Silva, when Topuria fought Bryce Mitchell, he got hit, he got dizzy, he even got knocked down. But Silva, clean win. He claims he studies his opponents more deeply than Topuria does. He says he can mimic everything Topuria does and knows his habits, like how he hides his back foot before throwing a cross, or how he exposes his back when missing a hook. He even says Topuria doesn't believe he can lose, and that mindset is powerful. But Silva also adds, if the Charles Oliveira who fought Michael Chandler shows up, Charles wins. Easy. Still, Silva says, why not use every weapon? I'm one of them, because confident or cocky, you decide. And now, the biggest shocker of the week. Jon Jones and Nate Diaz got into a massive altercation. Yes, really. It happened while filming ALF reality content in Thailand. One user on X posted, "I've just seen about 80 Russian MMA fighters jump Nate Diaz and his team in Thailand." Jake Shields also got kicked in the head a few times during the chaos, but get this, Shields replied, "It didn't faze me though." That he uploaded the actual footage on Instagram. In the video, you can clearly see Jake getting kicked, Nate jumping in to throw punches, and Jon Jones trying to pull people apart. It was absolute madness. Jake even broke it all down on his YouTube channel. If you want to hear the whole story, check it out. Links in the description. And that wraps it all up. What a roller coaster of fights, drama, and wild moments. From apologies and insults to brawls and breakdowns, this UFC week had everything. Thanks for watching.